Hello, 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 hello. Ariane, is it Haro? Kai? There you go. This is exciting. I've got three.
Not on audio yet.
I'll just have my camera off because I'm eating, but I'm here.
Enjoy. I just had my toast with almond butter.
Yum.
I will give it a couple of minutes before we have over 30 people registered today. Usually it's about 20-30% that turn up on the day. So I'll give it some time.
That's a massive dropout. I was expecting more like 50% would turn up.
It's really, I've been really surprised with how little people actually turn up. I mean, I'm guilty. I've never turned up to any webinars. I register for all of them and I never rock up on one of those terrible people. So. All right, we've got a bit of a crowd now. So let's do one more minute. In the meantime, let's put in the chat, let's play a game. Who is the furthest away from Sydney? Put in the chat where you're located. Because I know sometimes we've had some very brave people from Europe attend.
Nice.
Gold Coast, Israel. Oh, wow. Okay, very brave. Melbourne.
It's going to be hard to tell.
Michael, you're the winner for now, I think. You're pretty far. Thank you. I really appreciate you joining, especially it's very early morning for you. All right. Amy, Sydney, nice. Okay. So let me start presenting. Let's do presenter view. All right, let me just give, I'm using Canva to do my presentation for the first time, so bear with me, guys. Voila, okay. So good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone, wherever you're located. We'll kick off. My name is Elena, and I'm the founder and CEO of Kick Consulting, Silver Channel Partner of Monday in Australia. And I would like to welcome you to our most popular and crowd favorite, How to Increase Your Monday.com ROI Masterclass. I have a pleasure of having Daniel Bruton as a co-host, channel partner manager from Monday.com. Dan, if you want to give everyone a wave, Dan will be looking after the chat and the support in the chat. So if you have any questions, ping, well, that's actually part of the agenda and housekeeping. Dan will be the one to answer them. So today what I'll do is I'll share with you the tips and tricks and hacks that we see most frequently benefit our clients the most. And don't be fooled, the simplest things are generally the biggest gems because they provide the biggest bang for your buck. And that's what we're all about. We don't want you spending thousands and thousands of dollars on something that's going to provide you very little utility. So today we'll jump on very boring housekeeping, and then I'll tell you about the exclusive offer that you all get because you joined me online. Talk a little bit about who we are, and then go into the meaty part of what are the tips and tricks and why we're really here. Housekeeping, please keep yourself on mute. You're welcome to have your camera off. If you have your camera on, I'll love you even more because it gets lonely. Otherwise, put your questions in the chat and we'll get back to you either during the presentation or at the end if we have time, or we'll send you an email. Now, this is the most exciting part for me, even though I love sharing information. We have an exclusive offer for everyone that joined today to book into an improvement session with one of our Monday gurus. What you get is you get an hour with one of our specialists that will walk through your workflow, understand your pain and needs, where Monday's not working, and give you suggestions and recommendations of how to get your Monday to the next level and how to get the most out of it. or get it to where you want it to be. By the way, you'll see these little logos. This is our clients at the moment that we've had for the last couple of years. Some of them you'll know the names. Now, why is it an exclusive offer? Because we do offer these improvement sessions to everyone. Well, originally we usually charge $450 for this session, but today you get a significant discount where you'll only pay $250 for the first 3 spots available. That's not it. That's not the only thing you get. I mean, this is amazing. What is really cool is you will also go into a lucky draw to win an exclusive VIP Q&A sessions for you and your team, where there will be 4 live 1-hour Q&A sessions. You can ask any questions you want about Monday workflows, and we'll answer the questions. It's usually valued at $1,800, but because it's our lucky day today, you go in the draw to win it complimentary as part of your booking into the improvement session. So the $1 million question is, how do you book in? Well, it's very simple. If you're in front of your computer, which I think most of you are, just lift up your phone, take a picture of that QR code, and it will take you to the Calendly booking page where you can book in the session without one of our specialists. Dan will also post this link into the chat so you can click into it if you're on your phone. It will appear throughout the session as well. A little bit about us. If you've never met me or my team, this is who we are. We are a team of 8 remote tech lovers, little quirky team who loves to tinker and prove things. And we are absolutely obsessed about technology. I started this business 6 years ago because I was simply one of the first people to try different apps. And my husband said, why don't you do business out of it? And here we are. So what we do is we look after all of our Monday clients. So we're specialized in Monday, Make, and Zapier. So you know that you're talking to someone who knows Monday inside out. And we have plenty of pre-built solutions for different industries: construction, manufacturing, marketing, events. You ask it, we have it. We also build bespoke solutions and provide lots of training, and we offer consulting where you can engage us and we can support you on getting the best out of your Monday. So that's us. This goes to our About Us page if you want to read it. Now, why are we here today? Well, these are the 6 topics that I'll cover. Email marketing and funnels, automating HTML emails through Monday without using Make or a consultant, so you can be self-sufficient. 360-degree view of a customer and enhancing customer experience. Monday portfolios, which is one of my new favorites. How to collaborate with clients in Monday, and accurate capacity tracking. These are often the biggest pain points that come up from our client meetings. So that's why I will be talking about them. I will also show you, unfortunately, it's a spreadsheet, but I'll show you a spreadsheet with my ROI calculations for implementing each one of these things. And totaling from all of these 6 items, you could save north of $28,000 a year. So let's kick off. Email marketing and funnels. So what is the problem that we were trying to solve here? As I'm the senior salesperson here at Kick. And one of the problems that I experience is that if, let's say, I do quite a lot of cold calling as well. And what I do is I use this board in Monday CRM to track all my cold calling outreach. So you can see it's empty because I'm not going to be showing you client data. So this is myself, Muffin & Co. that I'm testing. So what I usually run into is I want to send 2-3 emails to the customer to say, hey, are you interested, or you want to do this? And then maybe have a funnel of 3, 4, 5 emails. If I am trying to use an external tool, which in this case, I'm going to use a MailChimp, what generally happens, and you may be different, but this is what happens in my life, is I go, okay, I'm going to use MailChimp. I'll buy a subscription. I'll go set up workflows. I create lists. I draft templates. 4 hours later, down the rabbit hole, nothing has been set up. I'm frustrated and that's it, nothing happened. What I did is I moved, since Monday released mass email functionality, which please post in the chat who has used it. It's one of my most frequently used tools. Anyone? Awesome, amazing. So I love it because it allows you to send out emails to a bunch of people, to a group of people, with tracking open rates and tracking click rates. What it also does is it adds it into emails and activities. And I really hope you know, you've seen emails and activities. I'm going to be mentioning it a lot today. It reads your inbox. So it reads all your teammates' inbox. So you can see everyone's emails in one place for this particular contact. It's amazing. But you can track all the information you've sent to them. So how I utilize it is I create a funnel out of it. So what I'll show you here is, see this ROI funnel. This is just a funnel for this one lead that I'm showing you. And it shows a conversion rate for me to say, okay, well, currently we haven't converted anyone because we just added someone. So let me walk you through this. How you send out a mass email is you select all the leads you want to send it to. And obviously I only just have one. You click on this mass email functionality, which is part of CRM. And here you can choose a template that you will send. So we'll select this one. These templates can be shared with your team or just with you, so you can have consistency across the board. You can see it has the subject line, pre-populated text, and everything else. And here you go, email tracking. So it'll tell you if somebody opened it or sent or clicked on it, and you hit send. Now, what I also have automated on this board is that, and I'll go through automations, is when email is opened, change the status to opened. So whenever I will open that email, it will mark the lead as opened. Now, let me just show you the statistics. So here in top left, you can see all the stats for every single outreach we've done. So I'll show you this one because this one has more data. How many recipients, delivers, opens, and clicks on the, hang on a sec, let me just show you the click one. This one. And then you can see who clicked and which hyperlink. So you can really see granular detail of who to talk to. Now, if we go back to this, let me just go and open this email address in my inbox. Voila. And we'll watch the status change live. Boom. So as you see, it also moves into hot leads. So I can see who to contact next. And I'm also very creepy by having a notification set that when somebody opens an email, I get pinged so I can give them a call because they're clearly not in the meeting and they have time to do something. So if you go to the ROI funnel, you can see this funnel chat, which is also part of Monday CRM. And it will show you that the lead is moving through different stages. Didn't go here. Let me show you this is our funnel, real life funnel that I'm working on. What I did is I even segmented it by different categories, different industries, different locations. You can see this is Australia, this is US. So I can really understand my conversion rates. So you can build out a whole funnel without having to purchase MailChimp and go into the rabbit hole there. So my infamous ROI spreadsheet, there we go. Marketing tool and funnel tracking. This is to say we bought MailChimp. We spent only 2 hours, not 4 hours like I would, setting up the campaign. And then we do all the fidgeting and changing once a week of adding contacts or moving. I mean, it's only $1,800, but are you rather spend that $1,800 or put that in your pocket or invest it in Monday? I would rather invest it in Monday. And frankly, doing it through another tool, having your team go to another tool, another login, it's so painful. So I simply use Monday mass email functionality for all my emails, and it just makes it live. much simpler. Item number 2 on our list is automating HTML emails. And I'm sure some of you already have a solution for this. This has been the biggest pain for, I would say, 99% of our clients. Since Monday started, Monday have been great automating using email, Outlook and Gmail. However, those are text-only emails. So if you want to send pictures, hyperlinks, attachments, you have to rely on third-party tools like Zapier or Make. If you're not familiar with them, they enhance Monday integrations and automations by combining it with other tools. Alternatively, you could use apps which integrate with Monday, and there are many now. Our favorite is Supermail. If you haven't heard of it, they also created Superform, so they're very super. Their Supermail allows you to do to send HTML emails or rich text emails, but it also allows you to send hyperlinks and files, which is really great, and you can automate it. So let me show you. We have a lot of clients using it. So in this case, what I did is I automated a proposal email. So here we have a proposal column, and when it changes to proposal sent, it'll send an email to the customer with a proposal from the proposal column. How I did it is there is a Supermail tab. If you want to play with it and you've never done it before, go to Add a View, Apps, and here you'll go explore more apps and add Supermail. It's really easy to use. So this is why we suggest Supermail, is because you become independent. I would rather teach the men to fish than have the man coming to me to ask for fish every time. So here is a template. It's very easy to create. You can see subject line, hyperlinks. Here is files, attachments. So you can choose it from a column, or you can upload it as an attachment. So you get a huge choice of things. So you hit save. And then what you do before you send it, you need to create an automation. And what you need to do is go through the integration settings. So you search for Supermail and it will come up. You can see we use Superform a lot, Supermail. And the one we've used was this one. When status changes to something, send a template. Here it is. When lead status changes to proposal send, send this particular template to the email column. Let's look at it in real life. So what I'll do is I'll say, send a proposal. So what this does is it allows you to have all your documents in one place and nobody's looking for anything. It automates your emails. So sending proposal is just the basic one. It could be appointment scheduled or any other ones. What you'll also see is in the updates, you'll post a copy of the email so you know it did happen, so everyone's across it. And I also, in my inbox, have got an email. It's very simple because we didn't write much, with an attachment, which is really great. So back to my ROI spreadsheet. If your alternative is to really build this functionality in a third-party tool like Zapier or Make.com, not many of our clients are able to use those tools, so you will have to hire a specialist no matter where you look for them. So hiring a specialist means you depend on them. So let's say they automate 5 templates, max 8 hours. Then you pay for a tool like Zapier. And then you also, every time you need to make changes, you have to come to them and ask them. So I assume you also have to do that. So that works out to $3,500 a year. That's quite a lot. Supermail is much cheaper. So do you want to be dependent on someone and pay somebody quite a lot of money a year, or would you rather be independent and use a simple tool? Your choice. So we recommend our clients to use Supermail since we've discovered it, since it's been released, and everyone loves it. Alrighty. Item number 3. 360-degree view and customer experience. This came up through not so much an accident, but it is a functionality Monday CRM has been really embodying and bringing up in their CRM. So if you've used Monday CRM, you would know what I'm talking about with item views and item cards. Basically, when you open an item within Monday CRM, it looks very different to the way your work operating system or work OS will look. You have this little widgets, which are called widgets, to show you different information. And this is all editable. So you can create different layouts, you can add more widgets. So what I'll show you is how to, this thing's called item view, by the way, how to use item views to your advantage to create 360-degree view about the customer. Let's put a case study forward or a live example of an existing customer, their team, and imagine you're a customer calling your own company saying, hi, my name is Elaine, I'm from ABC. I've placed 3 different orders. I haven't heard back. Also, I have 2 invoices outstanding, but I don't know what they amount for. And I spoke to John Smith in that department 3 days ago about something else. Can you help me? Can you? Do you have all the information on your fingertips? Or do you need to say, let me get back to you in half an hour and go talk to product delivery department, talk to finance department about invoices, dig through inboxes, files, and then figure out who did they actually talk to, because John Smith doesn't work in your company. You can imagine the frustration. You've been that customer yourself before, where you call either Telstra or TPG or any credit card company. It is very frustrating and it is not the best customer experience. So our client had to go through several spreadsheets to try to find information. So let me show you how we utilize it. So this board we use is called Open Projects, and this holds about 200 projects in it, maybe more. And it's a high-level overview of all of our projects. We also have a low-level view with all the individual tasks. So if you're one of our clients, you would be seeing the individual task board. What this board shows, and this is the board we use in our weekly meetings, this is the board that PMs use to really understand where the project is at, and I use it as a manager. So you can see it tells you project name, who's responsible, where it's at. As you can see, there's a mirrored column. So this comes from our low-level board for tasks. So you see timelines and statuses. This information comes from invoicing board. This information comes from leads and contacts. It comes from a lot of things, but you have to scroll to find it, right? What we've done is to make it easy, and I'll give you an example. We have a policy where our project manager does not start work until the invoice has been paid. So what they can do is, rather than either pester me or go to Xero and have to go through 2FA and see all of the company financials and see if invoice is paid, we have this tab called Payment, where we utilize a widget called Connected Boards, and it pulls all the information from the invoicing board. You can hide or unhide what columns you see, but it shows them all the invoices that has ever been sent to that client, which populates from Xero. When are they due and whether they've been paid? So it's very transparent. What other examples we have here is you can get client info in here, reports. In our leads board, for example, we use it as a required column over here, where it shows all the required information that we need to put in order for proposal to be generated. Or sometimes I come and just look at the contact tab to see client contact details. So it's really good for data entry. It's really good for understanding the customer and seeing the 360-degree view. A different workaround for this part also, in Monday CRM, you have required fields functionality. So for example, if I said all these fields are required to complete a proposal, I could set it up so you cannot change the status to say proposal sent until you've completed everything. Then I don't know if you know if it's an enterprise only feature or pro, Maybe Dan can, if you do know, you can post it in the chat, but I know we have a lot of clients that utilize it. So the ROI calculation for this, if you were, let's say you get about 20 customer inquiries a month, which is not much. Our clients, the clients that I gave you an example of, they get 20 a day. You only get 20 a month, where you as a salesperson, delivery person, need to pester their finance department. So that's 2 people that you pester. Comes up to $6,000 a year of just wasted time of going back and forth. That could be saved by creating that view that will take you 30 seconds. The other part of it is, how much is a great customer experience worth? Would you like your customer to be that frustrated person that calls and feels like they're not seen, heard, or completely invisible to your company? Or would you like them to get off the call and say, I know they know me and I'll keep going back to them? So how much is that experience worth for you? So that's that part. Let's go back to our agenda. So we've covered, we're about halfway, which is good. We're halfway on the clock. What we'll cover in the second half is these 3 bits. I just want to quickly remind you guys about our improvement session offer that, oh, Amy, look, Alita's here. Sorry, that's really exciting. Amy from Alita is on the call today, joined us as well. So part of today, you get an exclusive offer to book an improvement session with one of our specialists, where you spend an hour going through your pains and needs and what's not working or working in your company, in your Monday, and then get recommendations and suggestions on improvements and how to get there, essentially. And you get a huge discount because you joined live for this, and there's only 3 spots available. Also, what you get is a chance to win exclusive VIP Q&A sessions, 4 of those, frankly. So that's 4 hours worth of Q&A sessions valued at $1,800, where you and your team can ask any Monday questions you want, tailored, not tailored, something's not working, or whatnot. All right, and this is the QR code to book, and Dan has posted the link in the chat previously. All right, let's go to Monday Portfolios, my new favorite toy of Monday. And you will know why. So why Monday Portfolios are my most favorite creation right now of Monday. And I probably say that about a lot of things of Monday. Monday Portfolios is still in beta phase. So some of our clients, actually a lot of our clients already have access to it. So you may or may not. It is an enterprise feature that is available on enterprise. And I'll tell you of the features that are enterprise only. But don't get scared away with that, because it is much more affordable than a lot of people think. So if you're interested in the pricing, give me a shout and I'll give you a quote. No strings attached. So what Monday Portfolio does is, and how to do it, is you go through Blue Plus, and you'll see this portfolio management if you have it. So Monday Portfolios allows you to create, it's a feature, but really it's a product of its own. It has a high-level portfolio board that I've done nothing to this. This is not customized at all. So this is how it comes out of the box. It has this projects as items. So this is a high-level board with different statuses. It already shows you the summary of the tasks on the low-level boards. The timelines, you have a Monday Doc template for it. You can shortcut to different projects at different stages. It comes with pre-built Gantt chart immediately populated, and it gives you a snapshot, which is a custom UX that's only available on Portfolio. Also, it's only in WorkOS. It's not on CRM or any other product. This is another bit I love about it. So, and I'm not telling you on this because I think it's a new cool thing. I just love it. If only it was available a couple of years ago, when we've been building workarounds for so many of our clients to do this, and now it's possible. So you can see, first of all, just by the names of the projects, then you can see the percentage of done tasks, which is pretty cool. Planned versus actual timeline. You can see how you're going, and different project managers. Like, I love this one. This is so cool. Where this just absolutely takes it to the next level is previously the way you guys would do it is you'd create a high level board, and then, you know, when the status changes to commence or whatnot, it would use a template to create a low level board. And then you would manually go and select all the tasks and connect them to a high level board. When there is a new task, you have to manually go and connect it to the high level board. Monday Portfolio does it all for you. You don't have to use Make. You don't have to use us. You just get it. So let me show you an example. Sorry, I'm so excited about it. So you can go create a project. You choose the project name. So we go ROI Test 2, choose the template you want. So we'll just use a standard one and create. What you will see is the project will get generated as an item on a portfolio board. It will also, here we go, popped itself down here as a board. And if we're fast, yes, we'll see all of them connecting to the high level board. Now, what's even better, if you add another task, it automatically connects to the high level board. So none of manual tasks. So you can use any template you want. It comes with pre-made Gantt and all the normal structure. You can also set project health from this board. So when it says it's at risk on the high level board, it will show you that it's at risk. What you can also do is go and look at a high level project. So this is the item on the portfolio board. So you go in between project level to portfolio level. So you can see, again, the widgets that I showed you before, just the general information, project insights, you know, the progress of it, the Gantt chart. So it has, and the history of it, of what's happening. It has so many functionalities. It is crazy. Now, previously, when we've done this for clients, it could go from anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000 build, because we are setting that integration and automation to connect between the high level, low level boards. We're helping you with templates. We're helping you with this and that. And then we're tweaking things. So it just becomes a humongous to do when this just fixes it all. So average $5,000. This is so much worth. It is so great for what it does. One thing to consider is, obviously on the pro account, you are limited to 20 connected boards to one board, meaning you can only have 20 active projects. You have to archive projects. On enterprise, you can go up to 60. So obviously, because this is an enterprise feature, I would recommend using it on enterprise. So something for consideration. Again, it is much cheaper than what do you think it will cost. Okay. Next item on the to-do list, collaborate with clients in Monday. This is, until Monday Portfolios came out, I would say this is probably the biggest request from our customers, our clients, and biggest implementation we've done. Reason being is we have a lot of clients who we do B2B. So we deal with businesses who deal with customers, with consumers. So there's a lot of back and forth, or they do B2B as well. There's a lot of back and forth between them and their clientele of where's something at, has this been done, are they chasing them, or their customers chasing our client. So what they say is, how can we give client transparency without letting them ruin our Monday, but also interact with them? So what you're seeing right now is called Project Task List, which is our real task list board. And this has the 200 projects I talked to you about, and has individual tasks, detailed tasks for each project. The reason why they're all called project is because when you get access to this board, everyone can see the names of the groups, but they can't see the items. You can see there's over 200 people on this board. Here's one of our templates that we use. Let me show you a real client example. As a customer, you would be coming to this board, but because we've assigned you as a stakeholder, all you can see is what you've been assigned, and I'll show you how. You can then see the progress of your project, where everything is at. You can communicate with us and ask for progress. We can ask you for something as well. So, and I'll position a question to you. So Paula has left us, as you can see, she's grayed out. How many of you can swear that you can on your heart, no, don't swear on your heart. How many of you can honestly tell me that when one of your staff member leaves, you have all the information they've ever sent to the clients? Or do you need to go digging for it? And most likely we'll have to go digging because it's in their inbox, or they forgot to put it in the SharePoint or Dropbox, whatever you use. We use this board as source of truth. So what our customers usually do is they do the same. This is a source of truth where you put all the communications here, summary of videos, feedback, everything else. You go back and forth. So that's where we communicate with our clients. Now, how we maintain the privacy, it's very simple. Again, this is an enterprise feature because this is the best feature available, honestly. And what it does, it gives you advanced permissions on each individual board. So you can only view items that are assigned to users. So unless you're an owner of the board, which all of our staff members are, you'd only see what's been assigned to you or what you've created. And this is most of the reason why our clients love it, is it restricts your guests or your clients or consultants edit or update things. So imagine you just spend hours and hours, blood, sweat, and tears, lost thousands of dollars building your Monday to the way you want, and then your client stomps in like an elephant and deletes half of it. I mean, that's a nightmare. And then you can't reinstate it. What are you going to do? You just want to kill them. This makes sure that your customer can only do what you allow them to do. So you can see what they can do is they can assign items. They can only edit assigned items and whatnot, but they can't edit columns, groups, or anything else. So it completely restricts them. What you can also do is go to the next level and go through advanced permissions here. And if they're guests, you can really restrict what they see. So the other reason a lot of people like the permissions is you can really protect your IP and stop people from deleting data or exporting data, so stealing your information, or allowing your staff to create automations or things like that that will just clog your Monday or break your Monday. Then you have to get somebody to fix it, so it's expensive. So this is the reason why a lot of our clients go to Monday Enterprises, so they can have their customers operate within their Monday. Even if you use this setup where you have a board per project, if you add a customer as a guest, they will be able to do everything on this board. You really need advanced board permissions or advanced account permissions to be able to restrict them from what they're doing. So if we go back to my ROI calculation, assume you only get 2 customer emails per week chasing you on the progress, and only 4 times a week you're looking through folders and inboxes and asking people questions or where something's at. So that adds up to $7,200. That's a huge investment, and that's just per one staff member on very little amount of projects. How many do you have? How much is this number going to go up? I highly recommend really thinking about it, because we have clients that come to us that just have one person or 2 people doing just this, and you're paying $60,000-$70,000 a year for somebody to just do that. That's insane. All right. Last but not least, accurate capacity tracking. Let me just take a sip. How this came about is a lot of our creative companies, clients for creatives, digital marketing, construction, even manufacturing. So a lot of clients who need to track capacity and workload, and we're going to be using workload widget here, but don't use just a due date. They use a timeline for the task because the task is so big, it will take 3-4 days to implement. So let me just jump in here. When you utilize that Monday timeline, unfortunately, it doesn't give you accurate enough information to really track capacity properly. We use workload widget for our workload to track everyone's, who has capacity to do what, and it changed our life. And it has changed life for a lot of our clients until the clients have to use a timeline for certain tasks. The task could be create a marketing plan or create an ROI webinar presentation that takes several hours over several days. So let me tell you about how Monday calculates it. So they look at your planned timeline and say, okay, it's 36 days long. And you say it's going to take you 36 hours. Just easy for math. It will say, okay, that means you'll be doing 1 hour every day for those 36 days, which is not how real life works. You'll be doing 2 today and then none for 2 weeks. So if we just use planned timeline and estimated time, this is what it will look like. It looks like everyone just slacking about, do nothing and drinking cups of tea in the kitchen. But really your staff is telling you, hey, I can't take any more work. I have no capacity. I'm working till 8 p.m. every night. You go, but that's not true. So we've set up with several of our clients and worked on these 3 columns: active timeline, remaining hours, and actual time. How this logic works, and unfortunately here you have to utilize Make to do this. Monday is not able to do this within its native capabilities. So what it would do is, whether you're doing just logging hours one by one or using time tracking like this, or a time tracking app, whichever app you use. We really like 7Pace and Track It. That's our 2 favorites. They're very different from each other. What we do is whenever you log the time, it will update it in here. So here you'll have, let's just make it 5 hours for now. 5 hours, and this is a formula. So we'll say, okay, you worked 5 hours, total is 36. That means you have 31 hours remaining. Now where Make comes in, make.com, is it uses the active timeline translated into real world words. It changes. So it changes every day, meaning that tomorrow it will say it's 20th to 21st. So it reduces as the time passes to show you only the remaining days until the end of the due date. So here the due date is 21st of June. So it says, okay, you only have 3 days left. 20th of June, you have 2 days left, and so on. And then what it does, it uses the remaining hours across the active timeline. So you have 31 hours of work to do in 3 days. That's a lot of work. So if we go to the dashboard, this is what would your real workload look like. And now you really see that some people are really overloaded. They're not just sipping cups of tea. So we found that workaround, and it's a very simple and easy way to create, has changed our clients' way of working. They can track the deadlines, track the workloads, and accurately see who has what on their plate. Now, for my ROI calculation, I've used a couple of manual workarounds that our clients have been doing until we automated it for them. So some of them just manually every week came and adjusted the timeline. So imagine you have 300 tasks. How long is it going to take you to do it? Plus, you only have clear picture once a week when you do it. Other clients go around the staff every week asking who has capacity to do what. And again, it's all, what people's perception is. And then you start to fall into a place where some people say, yes, I have capacity, but they don't, and so on. Anyways, that's $4,800. Are you willing to lose that in your efficiency, or would you like to optimize your company and work at your best? So totaling up to $5,306 is what you could save if you implement all the bits and pieces we showed today. Now, before you go, if you haven't booked in an improvement session, highly recommend it. Again, this is only an offer for a live webinar, and you get a chance to win 4 live 1-hour Q&A sessions valued at $1,800. Now, I have a favor to ask everyone before you disappear to either finish your lunch or and my last slide is not working, so apologies, give me 1 second. Because that one last little bit is, give me 1 second, the favor, and apologies for showing you my whole screen, is please rate today's session. It is, and I'm asking because we do a lot of webinars, and it would be really helpful to say, hey, people think it's awesome, or people think it's crap, because then I'll stop doing the webinars. So if you take, and again, Dan will post the link in the chat, you either take a picture of it, it will take you to the forum. It can be anonymous, so you don't have to give yourself up. And yeah, rate us, tell us what you think, and I promise you we won't pester you.
The link is also in the chat, guys. For both
Perfect. Thank you.
Both to book a session with the Kick team, as well as the feedback form.
I hope today was useful. It is our most popular session we've run every year in. We've done 3. This is our 3rd one. And it was really tough to narrow down to 6 items to discuss. There were a list of probably 30. So thanks, guys. Have a good day. And yeah, we'll chat soon.
Thanks, Elena.
Michael, I saw your question. I'll have a look at it and I'll get back to you over email, okay?